Last night on Twitter, there was a video seen by millions of people because in just a short few seconds, it exposed the absolute insane lies of Donald Trump and of those close to him. And in this clip in particular, it's his former liar-in-chief, Kayleigh McEnany, his former press secretary, and she suggests that Donald Trump never ever had the sort of crises that we're currently supposedly seeing under Joe Biden.
Right. We are 8 months into a Biden presidency, Jesse. Wrap your head around that. We still have 3 years and 4 months left. Look, when President Trump was president, you didn't see crisis after crisis. You just didn't see it. I am shocked.
Could you imagine if I were president and the virus was surging back? It would be, she said it wouldn't be. It wouldn't come back. Yeah. That one's actually tougher than the Taliban, I must be honest with you. But he's reimposing mask mandates and threatening new restrictions on the American people.
And so you can see there, I played you that clip followed by one of Trump at a recent rally, the one over the weekend. And what this is the new big lie from the Trump regime, from the former Trump regime. There's the capital B, capital L big lie about the last election. We're not going to stop talking about it because it's not going away. If anything, it continues to get bigger and bigger. But this is the new one coming from Trump and his family and those who worked with Trump and from right-wing media, which is to say everything was great under Donald Trump, that if Joe Biden just listened to Donald Trump, everything would be perfect, and that could you imagine if Trump had crises like Biden, the media, the political establishment, the people, they would be going crazy and demanding for Trump's resignation. So it shows this desire to have this nostalgia for the Trump era, but also to suggest that people were unfair to Trump and he was better than Biden, but got held to a much higher standard. But can you believe that? Can you believe both Donald Trump and Kayleigh McEnany and many others saying, can you imagine if Trump had a crisis? Could you imagine if the Trump era was just crisis after crisis after crisis? Could you imagine how much pressure we would have gotten? And now Joe Biden is getting off treated with kid gloves, and Trump got punished every day by the media who was overblowing things. And it's just like, did you not watch your own 4 years in office? Did they not watch it? Trump saying could you imagine if there was a surge under my watch? It's like, yeah, dude, it happened. It literally happened under your watch. It dulled during the summer of 2020 when most of the country, like many other developed nations, shut down. And then when you and a lot of red state governors in particular started the reopening process near the end of your time in office before the shots got available, there was a massive spike. This idea that didn't exist under Donald Trump, in addition to the 600,000 souls lost under his leadership, is absurd. And Kayleigh McEnany's like, oh, we never had these chain-linked crises. The Trump regime was nothing but crisis. Absolutely crisis, day to day to day to day to day. Trump brags about the fact that, oh, people are watching the news less now because I'm out of office, because Joe Biden is boring. And maybe that's true, but one of the reasons that Joe Biden is a bit more boring is that there are not nearly as many crises. Donald Trump had crises every day, driven either or both by his incompetence or his malice and evil. And I want people to remember this, because what they're trying to do is to try to change the history for 2024. Almost like a lot of people want to forget the badness of the George Bush years. They're going to try to do this with Trump, and we can't let them get away with it. Because if Trump is going to get back to power in 2024, it's only going to be happening if people forget how awful he really was.